Hi everyone, Gerard here, fxlivedaytrading.com. Today I want to share with everybody out there my Forex Trading Room setup. Okay, so I want to explain, before I actually go to show you what I have, and it's a very simple setup, I want to explain what I had initially, what worked for me, what didn't work. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, how do I set up a trading room, whether it's a Forex trading room, a futures, a stock, what have you. A lot of people will ask me, sending me emails, do I need 3 monitors? Do I need 5? Can I do this with 1 monitor? Can I do this on a laptop? Sometimes you'll go on the internet and you'll see people trying to really look high tech. They'll have 10 monitors, 15 monitors, 5 monitors, and I've been there before. In fact, I have a setup, one of these big things that attach to your desk. I believe it can hold up to 12 monitors. Now, I'm going to tell you why. I was adding a lot of monitors. At one time I had 9, and I'm going to tell you why it doesn't work for me. Too much going on, okay? More is not better, and I think the ideal setup is to have 3, maybe 4, but to have you can do this very effectively having 2 monitors. Okay, I wouldn't overdo it, because again, it's just more of a distraction, and it's going to feel so overwhelming, especially if you're new to trading. All right, it's just going to the more monitors you set up, all of a sudden you're going into this. It's too much too fast. So I think for starters, start off with 1 monitor. A lot of times they have larger monitors where you can open 2 different charts on 1 monitor. More than sufficient for someone who's just starting off. Now, of course, if you want to scan trades, if you want to keep abreast on the news, and I'm gonna show you my setup in just a moment. And I went previous to this, I still do have an office in another part of my house, and it still has the 9 monitor setup, and I just got away from that. There was too much going on, and then I went from that to just trading in my family room. Just kind of I did that because sometimes you get bored, you're in the same room and you're like, oh, you need to change. So I went to a room that was very well lit, and just had a couple laptops. But at the same time, for me that's not enough. So at any rate, set this up behind me. It works. I'm happy with it. At the same time, it's in a part of the house, because I do have 3 kids. Some part of the house where it's quiet. And that's probably something that's very much recommended. Now, if some of you don't have the luxury of going to a quiet part, maybe you live in a small apartment, maybe you live in Manhattan. I know when we lived in Manhattan when we first got married, we lived in it was a small apartment. I mean, it was beautiful, but it was a small apartment. So, I literally got out of bed and there was my office. And so if you're in a situation like that, hey, invent, okay? Use earplugs, earphones. If there's a lot of distracting noise in your home, use earphones and put something like soothing music to calm you down. I wouldn't recommend having music that's gonna make your heart pound and make you more aggressive, because it's already, for most people, I know for myself, you have to calm yourself down and prevent yourself, at least for me, from taking a trade that I shouldn't be taking. Some people will sit there and they're afraid to take a trade, so it depends on your personality too. So for me, soothing music is going to be better. For someone maybe who is, you know, kind of scared to take that trade, pull the trigger, maybe the opposite, I don't know. I can only say that you do want to be zoned and in your focus element. So whatever works for you, that's very important. So yeah, get into a part of the house or a part of your apartment or what have you where you can focus. Have those monitor or monitors, depending upon what you're trading. And as I said, in a little bit I'll kind of get more in depth with that, and I'll move the camera a little bit closer and just show you what I do. Another aspect of you know, trading is don't have the screen so bright. I can't tell you so many times that, you know, I went to bed and my eyes were so dry because you're looking at that monitor all day and well into the night, and it's not good for your eyes. So put the contrast down, put the brightness down on the monitor, because over the long term, you know, it is detrimental to your eyes. They did studies on that, and people in front of screens all day just kind of staring, it's really bad, and a lot of these people are ended up with cataracts, dry eye, things like that. I'm gonna, you know, I'll do a video on, there was a point where I would go to bed and my eyes would just, were very dry. I tried water, I even tried buying eye drops, and then I tried something, and I tell you what, it works so well, Manuka honey. And I know I'm kind of sidetracking now, but put that in your eye, little drops every day, it does wonders. I think I'm going to do a video on that, just the overall health and how to keep your health kind of healthy so you can be mentally fit for trading. So, as I was saying, a part of the home that is quiet, a setup that suits you, and an ergonomically friendly chair. This chair over here, I think, and I have a couple chairs. In another video you'll see like a game chair. Those are typically maybe average about $150, and they're just ergonomically speaking, they're very good. This has lower back support, this one here. It's a nice office chair. I got this on Amazon. It's good. So yeah, you want a comfortable chair, okay? I'm going to tell you something about the neck. And I have a habit of doing this, and over time it just hurts that neck. So, you know, try to keep the neck back. That's one of the advantages of having the monitor stand where the monitors are higher up, because then you're like this. And I got to admit that that helps. And now I'm just kind of looking at it level. That was probably the only thing that I liked about it, but it was too much going on. So yeah, ergonomically speaking, you want to have that good chair, and you want to have you know, an area that makes you comfortable, and you know, eye level is important. You can see right behind me, that's important. You don't really want to look down, and looking up in my instance I think is good for me, as I said, because of the neck, but realistically speaking, you just want to look straight ahead. I have a monitor that I use, and that's typically for news. So at any rate, let me get this a little bit closer and I'll just show you a little bit more insight. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm just going to get a little bit more in depth, but there's nothing fancy going on here, okay? What we have here is, if you look directly, you know, the first one on your right there is going to be just a small monitor, and you know, right now I'm in Asian session, so there's nothing really going on in the market, and I'm sorry for the glare. I'm going to figure that out. But I stream CNBC here, live TV, okay? Sometimes I will have some stock charts here, and then I have another computer that I can kind of add, and, you know, an extra monitor if I need. But a lot of times I'll just, you know, if I'm trading a stock, I'll kind of have one up here. This is going to be a screen of a trade that I'm in. I don't like to be in too many things at once, but this right here is going to be the main trade, so to speak, okay? So that's what that's what this is the focus trading screen, so to speak. Okay, and then over here, let me move it just over a little bit. Okay, we're going to move it just to the right there, or actually to my left. That screen on the far right, I use to show two main charts. For example, if I'm trading the New Zealand dollar, which is what is on here right now, okay, I like to see a different perspective. So I have up there gold. Sometimes I'll put, let's say, the Aussie dollar if I'm trading the New Zealand dollar, or I'll have crude there. But it just kind of gives me two charts, and you know, just different things going on. But I really try not to have more than 4 charts going at once, or 3. Just kind of, I like to, you know, take a look at certain correlations and things like that. But you know, in the past I used to overdo it, and when you overdo it, you could force trades, and sometimes you find yourself taking trades that you shouldn't be taking. Now over here, you may be wondering, why the heck does he have 2 phones? Okay, not only are they 2 phones, but they are professional phones, voice over IP phones. Well, I have a lot of contacts that I've accumulated over the years, and we share stock information and also foreign exchange currency or futures. So on the left here, I have a lot of friends, and we exchange phone numbers. Now you're probably like, well, why not just open the chat? Well, during the day there's a lot going on, and it's a lot easier for me to just hear a ring, and then I can see right away who it is, than to go ahead and, you know, hear some button pop up and instant messenger, and you know, it could be someone in the trading room, or, you know, I mean, so the important phone calls, the important people that I trade with, they have the number stocks, and then over here to the right is going to be foreign exchange and futures, like commodities. So stocks, Forex, and commodities, okay? And any personal calls that I get on my cell phone, but that's typically off during trading hours, and then I can always return calls and things like that. So very simple setup, okay? Again, in the past I had this big thing, and I still have it, not in this setup here. Like I said, I have it in another part of the home, but I like this better, and I can split these screens. I can literally have, if I wanted to, you know, 4 different charts up here. But this is just a simple little setup. So at any rate, this is the simplicity. Nothing major, no serious technology going on. All right, I'll elaborate a little bit more. Okay, so I hope this helped to give you an idea of how I set up my trading room. And as I said, keep it simple. You can have 12 monitors, and that doesn't mean that you're going to do better in trading. I know some incredible traders that trade with 1 monitor. So don't think you have to go out there and spend thousands of dollars on different, you know, computers. I also just thought of someone who has an 8 monitor setup and spent thousands of dollars on their setup. They traded for like 3-4 months. They were done. They did horribly. So one step at a time. Take it easy. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, and when it comes to trading, treat it like a business, okay? It's kind of like the tortoise and the hare. See trading as a marathon of consistency, all right? Don't see it as, you know, let's make this quick run, make money, and get out. It just doesn't happen like that. And in the long run, it's just not going to work out for you. So I hope this helped, and have a great one.